So, in entrepreneurship, we are taking chapter 1 concepts and functions, and in this chapter, today's topic that we are going to take is myths of entrepreneurship. Now, in today's world, there are many myths which are among the people in the market regarding entrepreneurship. Myths in the sense some wrong conception in the minds of people, what they believe, which is not at all right. So many entrepreneurs also believe a set of myths about entrepreneurship, and we are going to discuss those myths today in this class. The most common myths, the very first one is starting a business is easy, which is actually not. Most people who begin the process of starting a company fail to get one up and running. It takes huge efforts, huge resources, many procedures, finance, and many things, many skills that an entrepreneur must have is to be there to start any business. So it's not at all an easy thing. So this is this conception that people or entrepreneurs believe that starting any business is so easy and it can be done anytime with just arranging finance and place. This is not right. So small entrepreneurships are comparatively easier to start, but when talking of businesses, it's not at all that easy that people think. Second myth, which is the most common one, is that it takes a lot of money to finance a new business. So I would like to tell you that Infosys, this large company, was started with only rupees 10,000. Yes, you won't believe, but it was started with only rupees 10,000. So it's not right to think that entrepreneurship requires a lot of money, a huge finance. Instead of buying the property, we can have rent. Fixed costs can be turned to variable costs. Okay, instead of salaries, entrepreneurs can work on paying commissions, so that it would the people who are engaged in their business would have more urged to attract customers and work more for the enterprise because they earn commission, so the business grows with it. So there would not be any fixed payment or salaries. So it's all complete. It's all depend on entrepreneur's mind. So with some skill or with some talent and with some knowledge, any entrepreneur can start a new business with small money. Then the third myth is startups can't be financed with debt. Now, when talking of debt, it is more common than equity actually. But and lot of entrepreneurs use debt rather than equity to fund their companies. So there has to be a composition of debt and equity that work upon in entrepreneurship. So it's not like that only debt has to be engaged or only equity has to be engaged. There must be proper composition of both. Fine. Then the fourth is banks don't lend money to startups. Now this is also one of the most common myths, that banks don't lend money to startups. This is not at all true. Banks and various government schemes have been implemented with this only idea of providing finance to budding entrepreneurs only. That means to provide complete cooperation and assistance to the startups, to the entrepreneurs, those who are new to the market, those who are coming with their own skill, their own talent, and their knowledge, and they are willing to work on their own rather than uh, to be engaged under someone. So these banks and even financial institutions, and there are certain government schemes uh, that provide assistance to these new entrepreneurs. The fifth one is most entrepreneurs start businesses in attractive industry. Now, when talking of this, I would like to tell you that the correlation between the number of entrepreneurs starting businesses in any industry and the number of companies failing in the industry is just 0.77. That means most entrepreneurs are picking industries in which they are most likely to fail. So it's not always that they start business in attractive industries only and they have all those attractive industries. They are most likely to fail even. So it's not right. Then sixth comes the growth of startup depends more on entrepreneur's talent than on the business he chooses. It's not at all right, because what kind of business, at what place, at what time that entrepreneur is uh, bringing that business, it all affects the business and it all affects its growth. It's not only the entrepreneur's talent that work. So one cannot work with the odds. Okay, if your environment is all with your odds or something wrong, or you are not getting that environment in which you can grow better, how would you work? It's quite obvious that entrepreneurs talent and skills are useless without that proper environment. Fine. So one has to see what kind of environment, what kind of surroundings he is having, and what kind of business he is choosing. Because if an entrepreneur is engaged in any kind of business which is already existing in market and which is already successful and liked by people much, and there are very less chances of getting any kind of success for his business without any such kind of finance or any advertising, so it's quite obvious that he is not going to survive long. Okay, because already people are there, already they are working very good, and just giving that die hard competition to them, one has to be prepared for that. And it's not that easy when you are starting anything, when you are coming with something new and coming all beginning all over from the zero. So it's not that easy, understand? So what kind of business he is choosing, that all depends. Okay, whether that business is there, or whether the people are already successful and there is no scope for him to grow in that environment. So the type of business and the business he chooses very well affects. So entrepreneur's choice is more important with the view of kind of business than from his talent. Fine. Then the myth which is most common is most enterprises are successful financially. Not at all true. It's not true that entrepreneurship creates a lot of wealth. Sometimes there is such kind of conditions that typical entrepreneur earns less money than he or she would have earned working for someone else. It's all on stake, because working under someone else is a security, because he would get it paid, he would get that check for sure. But this is just a huge risk involved when he comes with his own. Okay, so there is a huge risk involved. It's not always that you will be successful and from the very beginning you will start getting profits and you will start making huge profits. So it's not true that enterprises are every time financially successful. Okay, sometimes they what they pay to their employees and what they actually get at the end, it's a huge difference. Even they sometimes get less than their employees. So it's not true that enterprises are successful financially.